Hello everyone, welcome back to Invisible Inc. We're playing Expert Plus, Programs Extended, Advanced Guard Protocol, various other things, and more missions, notably. And we just had a kind of sad mission where we had to run away. We got a lot of the money, but not the objective. So that's too bad. Where are we headed next? It's a new day. Let's see what the missions are. An assassination. Last time we took an assassination, the playthrough ended. So I don't think that's because it was an assassination, really. But, it certainly could be challenging. There's not really any chief financial thingies, so if we're going to the vault, we may as well just head there. This seems like an alright path. And there's a distress call over here as well, so that might be a nice route to take, right? 7 hours. This looks like 5, maybe 6. So that's like 12 hours, and then this is probably like 10, 22. That would get me to the end of the day, which is kind of too bad. Because that's when we really do need to get this distress call before the day ends, because day 4, you don't have those mission choices anymore. I wish I could see, like, how far is it from here to here, and how far is it from here to here, right? I mean, okay. Certainly we'll be able to get the distress call. No question about that. We're just spending, like, about 12 hours here. The question is whether we'll be able to pick up the AI terminal on the way or not. And that I do not know. I think probably not, but it should be pretty close. Anyway, we're heading to an assassination. Wouldn't hurt to bring some med gel, huh? But you do get improved drag speed at strength 4. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that to International. We can carry the med gel as well, which seems fine. But if we have to drag the guy out of there, we really want to do it quickly. Do you get to increase it again? No. You just get better KO damage at the next level. Okay. Actually, we could sell the med gel, say this med gel, and buy International even more strength. Because the extra KO damage kind of matters a lot. It's the kind of thing that on, like, Expert Plus without mods, I scoff at. I'm like, why would I ever KO a guard? But with the difficulty turned up, it's just a thing you have to do sometimes. And having them down for 1 turn longer is pretty cool. I think I'll go for it. So get out of here, you stinky Medgel. I hate you. International, max out strength. I can't believe I'm doing it, but here we are. Okay. Great. Sure. Those are my upgrades on the way to assassination. I don't know. Maybe she'll just use the shock trap to KO somebody. What I would love to do is, like, KO the body... KO... I still don't know what dermal armor does, by the way. It somehow prevents KOing, I guess, but I don't know the details. Let me just ask that in the Discord again. Because I mentioned it, but nobody actually told me. Thermal armor. Okay. I shouldn't just ask, I should just search. Thermal armor uses HP system from when the game was an alpha build. Each armor is essentially plus 2 HP. That's for agents, where I think you get 2 dermal armor cards. I don't know, maybe they have 1. Everybody has 1 HP, except for the turret, which has 2. Yeah, turrets are weird. Ah, heavy damage is what does more damage with their weapons. I wondered about that, okay. Guards with thermal armor. Where can I find anything about this? By default, weapons deal 1 damage. So, okay. So I think a guard with dermal armor means they ignore the first KO. And this is important because the bodyguard in an assassination mission, or anyway the last one we looked at, had dermal armor, and I assume that will be the case here as well. Alright, just give me this. And you're a... what kind of drone? A search drone. Okay, we'll use you as our power source then. I can get to here and peek and still get to safety. Peek before stepping in case of cameras? No cameras. But we'd kind of like International to go over there, wouldn't we? Tony can't so easily get out of her way, annoyingly. She could sprint. The danger that a guard would hear is not 0, but it's also not high. Let's just go for it. If they hear, like, I don't think they'll really be able to get to her. They might be able to get to this room, but we can vacate that. Okay. Okay, I should have gone a little slower so that I could... But I don't want to hack any console system, right? I want to wait till they have, hash keys on them. This looks like an alright start. Camera database would be nice, but I'm not going to prioritize it. Actually, maybe I should put the hash, or the power generator on the camera database. Because if I'm not going to take it, and it has a demon, like, it's a low priority thing to take, and there's a demon on it. Whereas this, I might want someday, right? So, man, what's with all the... I guess it's because they're power... It's day 3, right? There's suddenly more firewalls on everything. Okay. You might as well ambush in case someone does come in here. You'd rather punch them than tag them, right? I should have left this door open, actually. So she could tag anyone who walks in, and she's still going to be in cover, so... Oh well. I could do that, right? I could move here and overwatch, but I want her to be here so she can hack the terminal. Okay, that was the AI getting power from a thing down here. A guard walked through that area. Alright. So give me the power. And then break this terminal in half. Look. I knew it was day 3 and there should be 3 programs, but it's just... I hate it. Shield. Once per turn... If... Okay, so this just means it's harder to hack the AI power core? I don't really care. 8 is too much for me to fight with it anyway. And it actually doesn't cost any power to use for the AI to use this, I guess? Interesting. Oh. But you can use hash keys to take away its power. And if you had that program, which we didn't end up taking, which means that you gain drained power, it would be a nice way to gain power for... But okay, we're not doing that. Pinpoint. Relays a random agent's position to security. That should be exciting. Fake out. Shuffle known demons when capturing a device. Capturing any device? Shuffle known demons. I don't quite know what this is going to do. When I capture any device, it'll move around the demons that I know about? I don't quite understand at all. I shouldn't even include the word quite. I have no idea what that means. What known demons are those ones where I know what demon it is, or the ones where I know that a demon exists? Does it shuffle them with other things where that condition is met, or with all devices, so that I no longer even know which devices have demons? I don't know any of these things. And what are the actions? Delay, delay, and this is power drain, sure. Well, pinpoint, I mean, we can make pinpoint work for us, probably. I mean, not easily, but it's a thing that could happen. Look at this camera. And this drone just goes to, like, here-ish, right? So if it's on a short patrol, you know, we don't want to stand here. If it's on a long patrol, it might be okay. I don't remember where it stood. I gotta pay attention to these things. But it was like around here, right? So this would be safe cover. Anyway, I don't think we're using this one for multiple accesses. And I have 2 hash keys now, which I can use to delay pinpointing or fake out if I care. But like, for example, nothing happened related to fake out when I took these cameras. This is still a demon. So if they're just like randomizing which demons are where, that seems like it could be almost good for the player. Or maybe it's like when you hack a device with a... Oh, because fake out didn't even go off. There's a 3-turn cooldown. So maybe when you hack a device with a demon, you get one of them randomly. I think that must be what it is. So if you're hacking a device with a known demon, it shuffles it from among other demons you know about. So you might get a worse one, maybe. That might be what it means. And what is this? Oh, that's just the AI. Oh, okay. I mean, I would like to get International here, obviously, but that's a very dangerous place to be. This, I think, is unsafe because of the search drone. I could put some cover for her, I guess, here. It's pretty likely to be safe. Only if a guard walks up right next to her will this be a problem. I'll even be so bold as to overwatch instead of ambush. And I'll leave the door open. So that she can step behind the door if that turns out to be a useful escape route. Let's just check what's back here. Oh, hello. I guess, okay, this is a ghost. So this is right, he must be going down here, actually, this way. Anyway, he's going to change his patrol route. So we just want to, like, hang out up here with Tony. In case... I should have maybe checked out the search drone so I would know if I had to move or if I could afford to observe the other guard. Oh, well. Do I want to heartbreak him? Like... This is not my favorite agent to KO, or armor to KO. Because of his invisibility. Yeah, I think I'll just end the turn here. I guess Tony might as well ambush, not that anyone could possibly reach him. Really? You're gonna stand in the laser grid for me? There's a lot of guards in this area. I heard like 4 of them. Okay, so they found Tony. No big deal. No problem at all, really. Ooh, the drone, though, didn't come back into this room. So it's on a 3-turn, or a patrol that takes, you know, he has 3 patrol points. And I'm never quite sure how that works. He should be heading back in here now, shouldn't he? So, and he might be coming from this direction. So we need to be careful with International. But I think that's fine. He wanted to go this way anyway. I probably want to take the power from this, right? I don't know what I'm even going to do with... I have so many hash keys, right? And there's nothing much I can do with them. I could take away the AI's power, but I don't really care about the stuff that it's doing. I might just use it to, like, stop fake out. It seems like a good thing to do. But, like, do I even want to bother getting next to this console to take more hash keys? Maybe not. Let's see what's back here. Just the shop and another door into that area. Got it. Okay. Well, so we want to go this way then, right? I'm certainly grabbing the power. And it's not even really out of my way to grab the hash keys as well, now that I look at it. I guess this is not such great cover, is it? If a guard were to come through this door, I would be... I don't know, I can hide here. I would be... Oh, this is the system admin, by the way. Hello. He's going for that camera, right? Which is totally fine with me. He's going to come this way. Well, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, he'll be staring right at International if I don't do something. I'll take the facility database. I'm okay with that, I think. So I could put Tony like here, couldn't I? No, the search drone. The search drone scares me. This guy's wider peripheral as well. I think I'm gonna hang out here just so I can make sure I can steal from that guy. And also not be spotted, obviously. Yeah, let's send the system admin here. Tony should have a chance at stealing from him that way as well. Okay, so this is an assassination. Well, this looks like the objective room, right? It's huge. These are all way too small to be the objective. This is the exit. So it's not too far from the objective to the exit. But we really need to get someone down here to grab any safes that might be over there. We found, so far, 0 safes this mission. I would prefer for it to be Tony, but you can't always get what you want. We shall see. This may connect up as well. It actually looks like it does, because we didn't see a wall here, right? Well, I guess that's probably just because this bookshelf or whatever is in the way. Yeah, it looks like a bookshelf. Okay. Should I be heartbreaking somebody? I genuinely don't even know whose heart I should break. I mean, I could get you. You're the only one I can reach. I think I'm doing okay on power, and I'm happy to do this. It may prove to be useful in the future.
Looking around. I must be jumpy tonight.
Yeah, so we only got a brief look, but that's okay. Now, Tony can steal from this guy. International's gonna go keep looking around. Yeah, look at that chair. That's an executive's chair right there. Ooh, privacy guards and everything. I think she should keep exploring this direction and leave this area to Tony. If, I mean, this does connect up. I don't know. I need to peek here. You're the bodyguard. So I want Tony to steal from this guy, and then get out into this... Like, what the hell happened to the search drone is what I want to know. There shouldn't be anyone getting in its way. It can go through guards, right? So why isn't it back in this room yet? I kind of want to get my uplinks on the search drone, just so I can keep tabs on it. I think I'm okay bringing this guy into the room. Like, keeping him here.
I heard something.
And then just hiding here again. Where's the system admin going? Where should he be going? To a console, maybe? Ooh, that would be scary. It would be... this one's closest, actually. Let's observe him. Actually, International... No, she has no move. Okay. He remembers the camera. Fine. So it's not so easy to steal from him yet. I probably want the power supply before I want any of this other stuff.
Warning.
Yep, he has already attacked. You got me again. I don't expect anyone to move in her sight, but if they do, I'd like to tag them. Boy, if they come in here, I'm going to be pretty unhappy. Uh-oh. Oh. What?
Hey, what was that? Huh? Investigating area. Guess
What happened there? That was a very strange occurrence. So I think... attacking this guy, even though we didn't KO him, relayed that same information to his bodyguard, maybe? And, or maybe this guy becoming alerted is what did it? Or, becoming interested? Because... he, like, tried to move to here, but couldn't, because someone was in the way. But he didn't have enough movement points to continue moving? Or I don't understand what happened to this guy. Or what to do about his friend. I can lure him out pretty far if that's what I want to do, but I don't understand the mechanics for these guys yet. Oh, I see. No, this is where he wanted to end his patrol, I think. And this is in his peripheral right now, because it's not... It's like, I don't quite understand this tall, non-cover stuff. It's like a wall, I guess, right? But no, because it's like nothing. Like, you can't see through it, but it's also not cover? I just don't understand how it behaves. So I could like pull this guy up to here, right, and then ambush him if I wanted. The problem is his bodyguard seems to also be coming up into this area. So I could try something like, you know, avoid them by going down here, but then the bodyguard would spot me. So I think I need to either like get away from them by doing this, or draw him even further by running to like here and then here or something. My experience from the last mission is that the bodyguard becomes alerted and notified of the target's position when you KO the target. So even if we drag him like up here and KO him, we might have some issues. Because this is kind of like a dead end, right? There's no easy way out. Except through here, which is, you know, currently not much of an escape route. Alright, search drone came back, and it did end its turn there, which is about what I thought. And we actually can get through both of these guys if we want. Right? And we know they're both going... I mean, I want to get into this area. Yeah, I think it's more important to get over here than it is to steal from these two. What if I rebooted the laser grid? I think it's... I don't know. Because I feel like when a system admin rebooted the console, or the laser grid in a mission in the last episode, playthrough, it actually did kill the guard who was standing there. Even though the laser grid was like rebooting under their control. So it might kill someone. I don't know if we want to do that. It seems sort of unlikely. And this guy goes to like here or something, doesn't he, after that? This area? So... Problem is there's even more guards down here. Okay, International has spare moves. Please tell me what this guy's up to. Goes there. Next turn, we're getting another guard, by the way. We're not getting pinpointed yet. Do we know where the guards are coming from? No, right? There's at least one down here, right? Probably. So how many guards have we found so far? 3, plus these 2, who I assume don't count, plus a drone. So it should be 2 more guards. And I'm pretty sure at least one of them is right in here. Like, I explored this area before and found it... Or no, I just heard a bunch of guards in there. I'm gonna open this door. Oops, wrong button. Okay, there's another one. I have enough moves to take 1 action and get here, or 2 actions and get here. So what I'd like to do is observe you. Make sure you're not coming out here. You're not. Now I know this space is fairly safe. So I can afford to peek. Okay. And I think we can scoot by all the guards next turn. I'm gonna leave... No, I'm not. They would see me. I'll leave the door closed. And hide here. International, how are you gonna handle this issue? This guy, I assume, has 8 moves, right? 3, 4, 5. So, like... I kind of want to just understand how these guys work before I do anything drastic. So if I go here, do they both? No, only you get a new interest point. So it's not like this guy heard about this guy's interest point. Maybe he heard about him getting attacked with a tag pistol? I don't know. Let's just hang out right here. Overwatch. We've got plenty of time. Tony's got lots of mission, or lots of facility left to explore, and we don't even know where the exit is. Yes, we do. It's right here. It's gonna be tough to drag someone through all this traffic. I'd love to get started on the demon database. Even we can disable the fake out, so that's fine. Remember, we're not hacking this, and we want next turn, if possible, get the search drone to be another power source, which should be possible because he should be here, and we should be able to get in there. Looking okay, I think.
Looking around. Must be imagining things. Nothing.
Oh, there's a demon server somewhere.
Warning. Demon installed. Alarm not warning.
Okay.
Additional guard.
That's really scary.
They are coming.
There's some really nasty demons in... Well... It didn't install any demons, it just put demons on devices. You're changing your patrols. That's important to note. So I don't know where you're going. I kind of want to know that. And I think I don't have enough AP to actually do anything about it, though. I think I have to get to, like, here.
What the?
And if you happen to come this way, like, it's your bad luck, I guess. So we're taking the search drone as a power generator. And we're hacking the demon database. I guess maybe the other order would have been better. There's the new guard. This is Shackles, which I hate. And what is Clock? Cooldown of all programs by 1. Not the biggest problem. I don't usually have to spam things. But okay, we probably won't be taking either of them anyway. So the bodyguard is not looking right now. But he's gonna come here. I don't know why. Let's just try to get past these guards and not really focus on
Hey, what was that?
KOing this guy just yet. Try to get him on the way out, which is not right now. And I think we're done. I guess she might as well Overwatch, not that she should be seeing any novel guards yet. What's this guy gonna do? He's gonna come check this out, which is fine. It's gonna take him ages to get there. Oh, I didn't realize the search drone was gonna come so close. So you're going up there.
Looking around. Nothing. Investigating the area. I must be jumping.
Oh, he's leaving the door open, isn't he? I forgot about it. Well, that turned out to be sort of useful. Huh. Oh, yeah, I forgot to check about pinpoint, huh? It's not a big deal, though.
Did you see that?
He sees that, but I don't really care. I just wanted to get a peek in. My plan is to distract him by going here, and then hide here. I assume this one is the drone? No, it's the other guy. That's the drone. Okay, so he's going back there. Fine. But when we do this... He has increased peripheral, but it's not good enough for him to see this door. I'll be able to get in next turn. And now Tony has spare actions left to tell me where this guy is headed. No, that's the system admin. We know where he's going. You're the ghost unit. Where's the new guard? Oh no, he's coming from in here, isn't he? Okay, so I did this wrong. This new guard should be arriving soon, right? So what I should have done was this. And then hide here. So that I can ambush the door. I don't want to KO someone, but if he comes in, I may have to. Well, if he comes in, I'm going to, anyway. Whether it was necessary remains to be seen.
Did you hear that?
Did you notice that too? I think he did. Doesn't super matter. We're getting out of this little area. We could hack this. Oh, I should have taken out one of these guys' heart monitors, actually. But I'll just take someone else's. Actually, can I reach any of them? System admin, ghost unit. Yeah, this guy is coming in here. I don't really care, though. Well, ideally, you know, of course, you would use your seed on stuff that costs 2. Like a lockpick there. And then the question is, should I use this for cooldown reasons? Or should I save it? I think it's going to be fine. I'll have it back up by the time I'm ready to KO this guy, I think. I don't think you're going to be that big of an issue. I wish I knew where the ghost unit is going, but no one had enough AP to investigate him, right? International doesn't, Tony doesn't, yeah. So let's just get his heart monitor off. Ah, the system admin actually is going to become a small problem now, isn't he? He's going to make it in here unless I do something about it. So I should finish hacking this camera this turn, actually, to bring it back around. What? I see. So there's like a side mission here, I guess is what this is? No, unlock the secure door. Was that an objective a moment ago? So it looks like there might be extra goodies in here. I don't think that's a required part of the mission. Huh. Let me actually just pause real quick and go look up how this mission works. Maybe Central would have told me if I hadn't turned off dialogue. Oh well. Alright, so I looked through the Lua files for this mission and found out some things. This is not a side mission. This is in every assassination. We just didn't find it last time because we didn't go all the way through. Fine. It's not required. This is the CEO's safe room. that he will run to if he is alerted, or CFO. And inside is a safe with a gun. And he'll grab the gun and watch the door if you let him in. You can get in yourself by having an agent and a downed CEO or downed bodyguard on this tile. That's the only way to unlock the door. So, if you let him get alerted, he runs away. And if he gets alerted, the bodyguard is also alerted. Likewise, if he's KO'd, the bodyguard is alerted and goes to check it out. So we saw that in the last mission, but also if he gets alerted for any reason, so is the bodyguard. And he'll run away down here. So, it would be nice to break into this room and steal the gun. But it's not, like, mandatory, right? If it's too difficult, then we can just, like, try and grab the CFO and get out of there, or CEO, or the target, I guess. Okay. Fine. Now we know what that's all about. I didn't actually look up at, like, the maps of what this room would look like, but I think it's just like a, maybe there's a camera in there. There's certainly a safe. Let's actually check real quick. I've never looked at a map. We'll see if I can tell what it looks like. Okay. I'm never gonna know what this looks like. The unlike Dungeon Crawl, where the map layout is actually something where you draw, like, the art in like a 2D grid of, using ASCII characters to define the vault. Well, this game calls them prefabs, but Dungeon Crawl calls them vaults. Where it actually looks like what the room is going to generate as. Here it's just, like, not human readable at all. There's some tool they use to automatically generate, like, XML and Lua, and I don't know which one is used, but there's no way I'm going to try to read to understand what this room looks like. And it's not a huge deal. Okay, so I think our agents are ready to go, right? Yeah. There's a lot of traffic in here, but fine.
Looking around.
Alright, we found out where
Must
that
be
guy's going, at
imagining
least.
things.
That's nice.
Looking around.
How come you noticed Tony? You didn't. I thought I saw Tony flash, as if someone had noticed him, but that didn't happen. Okay, fine.
Did you see that? What?
Yeah, I maybe could have left that open. Whatever, we're just going down here. Oh, he did find out about me. Oh, maybe, was that pinpoint going off again and I just forgot it again? Good thing I had a plan to get out of there, huh? I don't want to end my turn here, because this door is going to get opened. And also this, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to hang out. I guess here is best? I think we found all the guards now. Or close. I guess there's a difference between all of them and almost all of them, which is the same difference as, like, between all of them and none of them. If there's one guard you don't know about, you always have to be super alert. Alright, so, I mean, International has some work to do in this room. But I remember the CEO comes over here, right? So I assume this is the CEO, right? Or maybe not? No, this might be the sysadmin, actually. This is the guy who was in that room. I don't remember who that is. Just an ordinary security guard, I think. It was this guy. He's now actually here. This should be the Yeah, this is the CFO. He's green. I remember we left him here. So he's coming to this square, and his bodyguard is going there. If I wanted to, I could stand here and KO him. But I want to let him get closer to this area so that I can go check out the safe room if I want. And I could, like, hide here or something. I think he would actually see me if I were here, so I'm not gonna do that. But here should be fine. So I can't see this square, so it can't see me. But I guess that means I don't know. I can just peek. Really? I still can't see that square? I could see it when I was standing here. That completely messes with my understanding of how peek works. What the hell? I mean, it's true that I don't totally understand how these kinds of walls work. But I thought I understood how peek works, which is like, I can think of it as if I were looking here. And when I was looking here, I could see that square. So this is really weird. There's something I just completely don't understand that I thought was like a fundamental thing I knew. I was thinking about standing here, which is still in cover from the CEO and would let me drag him to here or something. But I think that the bodyguard might see me in that case. Ugh. Let's just hide here instead. Anyway, right. So this is like almost safe. Because this guy won't see me. Except he like might open the door and this guy might look and see me. So I'm just going to hang out here.
Warning.
Yep, that's true. Are we already back able to do this again, or did I end up not doing it last time? I don't know. Let's get the ghost unit, I guess. I probably should have used the lockpick, but I don't really need to lockpick anything right now. Well, I want the power supply, I guess, but it's not like urgent. So I think this is fine. I'll just not lockpick anything. And now we actually have tabs on the search drum, which is a big help. Even though we don't know where it's going, we know at least where it is.
Looking around. Guess it was nothing. Investigating area.
Okay, he didn't open the
must
door.
be jumpy tonight.
And also the order they explored in meant that he wouldn't see me anyway. Okay, so bodyguard goes here, and then I assume looks that way, right? Bodyguard is the one who sees these squares. I maybe should have sprinted, huh? Because now I don't have a good... Wait. You're the system admin, not the target. The target is over here. And the bodyguard is going here. I saw this line and assumed it was the bodyguard, but it's not. So I can distract the system admin. That's totally doable.
Hey, did you see that?
Found the last guard. I'll peek in case there's a camera here. Yeah. Wait, another... No, that's the power core. Got it. Lockdown... Oh, doesn't that, like, alarm doors or something? Yes. So... I think we'll take this camera to send the system admin away. And then have Tony double check what this guy's up to. Should be leaving, right? Yeah. I can't get away from this guy as much as I assumed I could. I don't know if I actually can afford the peak I just made. Where is he going? He should be going back up here, right? There's no more interest points generated recently. So I can shut this door if I want. and then open it again and leave it open and hide here. And then he'll investigate this square and not see me, right? So that's an option that I have. It seems like a pretty good one. Because no one from up there is going to see me. In fact, I should probably head over this way, right? While still staying in cover. He might... I mean, he'll notice me, I guess, if I do that. If I hide here. And he'll turn to face me. But he still won't be able to see me getting out the door, so I think this is fine. I'm fairly sure, anyway. Ooh. If not, I can always KO him. Okay, so... He can't sprint, is that correct? Yes, definitely correct. I could try and draw the bodyguard over here if I wanted. But actually, I might draw you as well. I think I'm okay with where the bodyguard is right now. Pull him here, but then I can't get back to safety. Ah. This power supply is the one controlling these. I didn't even read what these are linked to. So if I wanted in... Wow, how are you supposed to get in there without International? Maybe you're not supposed to. Or I guess if this weren't K&O, these wouldn't be lethal, right? So you could walk in if you really wanted to trigger the beams. Oh. If I get closer, will I see the safe? Probably not. It's probably like in this corner or something. It says I can just walk in there, huh? Oh wait, this one's not lethal. But this one is. That's weird. I mean, I guess might as well. Wait, how come I can see this area? I have a camera. This is the only camera I've ever seen that's not mounted in a corner. That's really unusual. I wonder why they chose to do it that way. Huh. Here's a funny thought. We could shock trap the door after getting the CEO to run after it. Like if I scared the CEO or got him to notice the door, I could shock trap the door. And it would KO him for a long time, right? Yeah, 8 turns. Huh. Just at the moment, the only person looking at the door is the bodyguard. So I can KO the bodyguard for a long time. Except we've learned that dermal armor, I think, protects them from the first KO, basically. So I don't think that's really a great idea. I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to, like, you know, KO the bodyguard for a long time, and then just, when the CEO runs for the safe room, catch him en route and knock him out? But with the dermal armor, I don't know if that plan works. We might have to, like, first KO the bodyguard, and then somehow escape from him because he won't actually have been KO'd. And then shock trap the bodyguard, and then KO the CFO, right? The target. It seems hard. Or is just like being sneaky enough to get this guy might be achievable somehow. Because he was over here before, right? He must have a long patrol that leads him that way? I don't know, we'll see. Alarm level's still plenty low. No need to rush. I think we're ready to end the turn, right? Looks good.
Okay, we're checking things out around here. I'm just a little twitchy tonight.
Really?
Warning, demon installed. Alarm level 2.
Okay. So someone came in here. Who was that? I don't actually know. It could have been either one of these two. Don't tell me I let myself get pinpointed again. No. Also, I understand now why I didn't get more demons when the demon server went off. I did. The demon it installed... So it says it'll add demons to devices and install a demon. The demon it installed was Fractal, which added more demons to more devices, and so I got those two events mixed up. Okay. So... obviously Tony's in some trouble. We could rewind, but maybe we won't. I don't know. Would Shade be enough here? I don't think it would, right? Which means we're probably rewinding. But if I'm lockpicking something, I should do it first. I don't really want to go in here and track him down for his gun, I don't think. Unless I rewind, in which case, like, I may as well... It doesn't matter what I hack. I don't know, I just think babysitting both of these guys for a long time is going to be kind of hard. And going into the safe room and then back out is just going to be tough. And I think there is a weapon, but it might not even be a weapon that you can use. It might be some magical non-entity that only the CEO can use. I couldn't tell for sure. I didn't look that hard. All right, let's try Shade. He actually can escape now. May as well sprint.
Damn it. What was that? They got away. What was that? Investigating. Hey, investigating. Hey, investigating.
So that's a line that we have the option to use if it seems reasonable. It does lead to 3 alerted guards, though. And I think we could have avoided this if I'd just been a little bit more cautious last turn by hiding here instead. Not antagonizing this guy so much. Yeah, let's just rewind that. Well, actually, is there a way that International... No. I would like to explore in this room this turn by, like, hacking open the power supply and... But she just doesn't have enough moves to KO someone and drag them to the door, I don't think. I mean, we may as well try. For rewinding anyway.
Did you hear that?
First of all, he has plenty of money. Okay, great. You're alerted and running over there. Yeah. We do get to open the door, actually, which is kind of cool. Oh, it's only that one that we need help opening. I see. Yeah, true. Alright, well... Wait, how do you even... Jeez. Yeah, I guess you have to hack this open. Or... If you drag this guy into the laser beam, does it turn off? I thought it didn't. Maybe it does. I don't know. Anyway, we're rewinding. And now we know where that last guard is. So we'll just explore more carefully. And we know, importantly, that he's not over here. We're not getting pinpointed. Actually, am I like wasting hash keys? How many do I have? 8 out of 8. Well, maybe I should have slowed down the pinpoint. The thing is, like, I don't even know if you want to do that. Because being noticed can be handy. You know exactly where they're going, and you can plan around it. Anyway, let's, what were we gonna grab? Oh, there was a camera here that we took in the other timeline, but we can't right now. I could take this, but... Oh, there's a camera here, which we already have. Right. I can take the facility database back if I want. I can take this camera here back. Or I can take the power supply. I guess, like, I'll just take the power supply. It should be moderately useful. And now we know what these guys are all doing. You are the bodyguard, and you are the target. And you stand here and, like, look this way, I think? Or no, you look this way. You look north. I don't know. I think I still just want to hang out down here. The idea of opening this door so that you notice does not seem like a good one. Anyway, like I think I halfway said, but didn't really finish. I might want to be noticed at some point in the future, which is why I'm not just saying the only thing I'm ever spending hash keys on is this. Why not spend all 8 of them right now, right? Maybe I want to be pinpointed. So this, like, not spending it now increases my flexibility, but also increases the mental load on me having to remember to actually use it. I'm not really good enough. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not used to remembering to spend it, but whatever. I'm also not that worried about getting noticed either. This guy is probably heading back up there, although we don't know for sure. Yeah, he does look north. Okay. Okay, I was not hoping for you to come in here, but I was prepared. And we have his heart monitor off already, which is nice. He's down for 4 turns, which is quite a lot. I think we should be looking at ways to bring the target further out. But if I attract his attention to here, obviously with a different movement path, I don't know that I actually have a good way to get to safety. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I can get to here. And then I can try and drag him out with more sprinting. Okay, fine. And that hasn't updated the bodyguard. I think it was some weird unintended... I still don't... I don't know if it's unintended. I don't understand what caused the bodyguard and the CEO to both investigate, or the bodyguard and the target to both investigate when the tagging / almost noticing happened up here. Nobody should be coming into this room. The door is open, though. Yikes. Well, that's what the hologram's for, right? I don't think anyone's going to come down this way, but they might. And the hologram is fine. So this is not the hacker, the guy who was down here. It was someone else patrolling this area. I don't want to be noticed right now. At least I found the demon server. It has disarm. Agents lose 1 attack action while the demon is up. Well, I don't like that. Would I like it more or less than a random demon? Clock. Cooldown of all programs by 1. I'm really glad we're getting the demon server this alarm cycle, by the way. Cooldown of all programs by 1. That includes seed, by the way. It would only go up every other turn. It normally has a cooldown of 1, and it would have a cooldown of 2. But I'm not really starved for power, so that would be okay. It's more that I would have lockpick turned down. I think that's fine. There's a branch somewhere. I think this guy has a branch on him. Which I'm not thrilled to get, but I think I like it more than the disarm. Okay, I'm gonna hack open this camera first. Sysadmin is reacting to that, of course. I can't get to here. Oh, wait! The demon server... Okay, I should have shut the door, obviously, but I meant to click here. It's not that I forgot to shut the door, I just misclicked. I don't have to deal with that, because you can just EMP it and take out the batteries. Great. So ideally, I would like to drag the target as far as possible without KOing him, by just distracting him further and further. There's going to be some stuff going on in here, but not next turn. Next turn I can like sprint toggle him to over here or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I could sprint toggle to here if I wanted. Well, I couldn't toggle. I would have to actually just sprint. Is that going to be acceptable? I think you can move like this, right? So 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. He would get to here, which actually is pretty perfect. Because I can manage a KO here without making enough noise to bother anyone, if I want. That seems like an alright plan. Alright, anything else we need to hack right now? I don't think so. Is this the system admin? It is, right? He's coming down here, but he's going to take hours. That's fine. And the last guard is just patrolling this area. Do I care about him? How many saves? 1, 2. Really? I've only opened 2 safes so far. Only even found 2 safes. There's 1 more here, and the last 2 must be like here. Unless this one counts. Huh. Okay. So I can maybe try to distract this guy over here by sprinting in this room. He might hear me, I'm not sure. It would be nice if he did, I think. Oh, you know what? Maybe I would have wanted to be noticed now that I think of it. No, because they might notice International. She's gonna move. I think it would be okay. Anyway. I think we're done. Is International Overwatch or something? I guess. And peek? She can.
Looking around. Nothing.
Alarm level 2. Firewalls in place.
Okay. So you're coming up here, but that's just part of your normal patrol. Yeah, so I think he was trying to discover me, and he had enough moves before. I don't know why he didn't. I don't know what happened to him last when he noticed me here. He should have just walked right into me. Huh. Anyway, the only guards in this area are you. So you're the only one who will hear me sprint. And we said 1, 2, 3, 4. We could get you to just here if I wanted, but I think all the way here is better.
I heard something. I think I heard something.
Yeah, and as predicted, he gets only to right there, which is great. I think. What are these guys all up to? Yeah, you're leaving. Oh, you have a new patrol. Okay, you're going up there. Who are you? You're just some guard. You're tagged. I can't really tell where you're going, but probably there? I think so. And the search drone is, I don't know, it's so confusing. I actually thought I would be able to see the search drone because I have a thing on it, but apparently that's not how it works. I don't need the facility database, I don't think. I also don't much need, like, this thing, since I'm not planning to go in there. Yeah, let's just do this one. Let's see if we can get this guy's attention.
Did you hear that?
Yes, very good. A single-use EMP at range. Okay. So, how far can he hear? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I sprint to here, he won't hear me. But there's an... No, the guard who was in this area is the one who's KO'd standing right here. So I can just sprint to here and it'll be fine. Yeah. I'm not gonna open and peek, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So it's gonna be a couple turns, but once he's done, he'll be out of my... I definitely do not wish to be noticed right now. I'm not sure if I should drag this guy with me or what. I mean, like, really I should check. Is there a guard in this room? I think the answer is very likely to be no. I can afford a single peek now, I guess. Yeah, there's no way there's a guard in this room. Give me the full peek. So I can see what this guy's up to. I think he should stop, I said around here or something, but... yeah, here. We're obviously not opening this door. That would get your attention, which we don't want. I think I'll ambush, even though you shouldn't be able to get here. I'm a little worried about the order these guards are moving in. Because if this guy gets alerted during the enemy turn, he may come to investigate. While we're already, like, pinning the CEO, right? Which I don't want. I suppose we could shock trap this door after opening it to get this guy's attention. I don't think that's a very good idea. There's just so many guards up there. It's going to be a little tricky to get out while carrying a body. But she's a pretty proficient dragger. And Tony can help provide distractions, maybe? I don't know, maybe he can't. It's going to be tough, I think. Maybe shock trapping a door at some point is a good idea. This doesn't have AoE, right? This is a single guard? Yeah. I mean, we could take this guy, for example, out for a long time. If we, right now, just open the door. But then the CEO would get alerted too fast because he would see a body when he turns. This seems like a bad idea. Okay. Yeah, let's just wait. We'll have to figure out the extraction plan later. I don't have to KO the CEO right now. Even though he's about to investigate the square International's on, and it looks like she has no cover, we can get back to here next turn and toss cover in front of her if we want to stall for longer. And, like, re-distract him when we're ready to do it.
Investigating area. Guess it was nothing.
What was that noise? I've heard that before, but it's pretty rare. I'm trying to remember what it means. Okay, this guy's coming in here, huh? He's the one who spotted me before when I hid there, or here, or whatever. Here, I don't know. Here. Here. Ah, I should have left the door open so that if I wanted to, I could run in here this turn. I don't think I do want to, because I want to keep this guy pinned. It's going to be tough to move through here next turn, because this guy will be there. But I can make some progress. Like, I can drag the body here or something. Not sure I want to. It would keep him pinned for longer, but it would make it easier for this guy to notice him on the way back, maybe. Okay, so the question is, are we ready to KO the target? This is the guard who was looking here, right? So what's his new patrol? Is he going to come back here, or... Tony has spare moves, for sure. They both do, really. No, he's going up here. So that's great news. So this is actually going to be a relatively cleared corridor. And we have mostly tagged guards, right? in this area. Not 100%, but it's close. So, okay, here's what I want to do. I'm going to toggle this door.
Did you see that?
I didn't realize you were going to notice that. Shit. Okay, it's not that bad. I can still get behind cover with the hologram generator. I was planning to get behind cover, but just not only get this guy's attention is all. And I'm going to leave the door open because I'm in cover as long as I'm behind this door. And there's some possibility I might want to get out without getting anyone's attention. I don't think it's going to matter because if I get... I get more vision and they don't if I leave the door open. So I'm gonna do that. And back up all the way to here. Yeah, you guys don't remember we ordered a new filing cabinet on Friday? Why is it not zooming me to Tony? What the hell? There we go. Yeah. I mean, International's job is getting a little bit messy. The reason I wanted to toggle the door is not so much that I care about the guy getting here, which is like whatever, but that I don't want him facing south. I want him facing southeast so I can sneak up next to him and KO him next turn. That was my plan, was to KO him next turn and then just scoot out through the door after this guy's walked further back into the suite. Now that's not going to happen, and we're going to have to figure out a different plan to KO these guys. Which is too bad, but we have plenty of time, and International's in no danger. As long as I don't keep doing stupid stuff, which... no promises. However, we will at least take this guy's heart monitor off. We do plan to... Oh, it downgrades... a consciousness... Oh, no, it's an improved heart monitor. Okay. So actually, this didn't do anything. Well, it means we could kill him if we wanted. Yeah, I forgot. He has a consciousness monitor, which won't be disabled by that. Okay, so that was maybe a waste. Oh well.
Investigating area. Must be imagining things.
Must be imagining things.
Oh, fuck! God damn it! Forgot to turn off the pinpoint. Wait a minute. The one who's going to investigate me is the CEO? The target? I can work with that, right? I actually even... I think this is fine. I'm at 25 power, though. I should maybe do something with that. But Tony, how far could you drag this guy without making any... Oh, you're coming in here, huh? That's what you think? Fascinating. Oh, you're the system admin. He's just so far away, I figured he was never going to matter. I could have redirected him if I'd wanted. Oh, wait, he's going to spot you like that, you dummy. You should have just left the body. Well, okay, we can move the system admin. Take the facility database back, or this camera or something. Maybe the camera. Okay. So, International can now KO this guy. It's going to cost us some alarm levels. But for multiple reasons, this guy will change the path he's going, right? He'll come down here to investigate. And we can just drag the CEO back to this hidden space, and he'll never know the difference, right? I think we're getting ready to leave. So both because he's like linked to the CEO, and also because of the noise that it will make to KO him. Are we gonna get 3 alarm levels for this? We might, because this guy would become alerted. I don't think that would add. That shouldn't, right? I don't think so. Shouldn't add to the alarm level. I'm being so greedy with Tony. Anyway, so we can just KO this guy now, is what I'm getting at. Right, this guy being linked and also the noise the weapon makes. And if I'd really wanted to, I could have sprinted to make sure it would happen. I'm going to do it now so that I can carry the body out. Rather than ambush, when I don't really know if that would make this guy adjust and find us or not. Now I know it'll make him adjust, and so I can hide over here.
Hey.
Okay, it was only by 2.
What was that? Investigating.
Okay, he didn't. That was just like a delayed update or something. We already searched this guy? Yes. Actually, do I want to peek or something? I don't think so. Well, I can see if there's anything in this. There shouldn't be. She would notice it, right? Yeah, it's fine. And when we walk into the room, we'll discover whether there's cover there or not. So, there's nothing I could find out by peeking. I just want to get out of the way. Okay, nothing there. But there is cover, which, you know, could be useful. We can even trap this door on the way out. To stop him from following us. Although, as I said, with thermal armor, I don't think that actually will work. I think I'm just going to leave this guy here. I don't know, maybe I'll drag him with me. We'll see. I think this is going okay. Not amazing, but okay. Really should have avoided being noticed, I think. But it ended up not mattering. Well, it ended up being better because this is on cooldown now, so. That costed any power, by the way? No. Oh, it costs 3, yeah. And this costs 4, but we're like, I don't know. Yeah, power doesn't matter, right? It should be pretty much full all the time. Okay, who has spare turns left? Tony has a couple. We can just double check this guy's path. Not that it super matters. We can't check you, but we know you're coming back into this room and then getting another new patrol. Ouch. I don't like that. Alright. I agree to have Tony go in here. Maybe I should chicken out, but I'm not going to. Like, try to get to the exit. Getting to the exit is not going to be a trivial task.
Investigating the area. Guess it was nothing.
For either agent.
Looking around.
Alarm level 3. Additional guard.
There's, yeah, that's not going to make it any easier. Is that just the noise of my power generator at level 3, maybe? Oh, is it the noise of, like, you have too much power, you can't hold anymore? Maybe I should take more stuff. Just remind me how big the facility... I mean, actually, do I want to move the system admin? Well, you're tagged, aren't you? Why don't I see where you're going? Very curious. System admin is not tagged. No, he is. So is this him, like, trying to get into this room or something? sharing most of his path with this guy or something? So how far can I get the body right now? I couldn't get it into the next room. This guy's coming back. I really want to keep him pinned, though. He's not going to get all the way back, right? 1.5, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he'll be here. I have enough time. There was a camera there, right? Yeah. We can turn the system admin around if we want. Bring him back in to bother Tony instead of International. I don't know which of them needs to be left alone more badly. It seems to me, though, that no guard is entering this corridor at all. If as long as we hide, like, here or here, International is going to be fine. So, like, here, for example, would be a safe enough hiding spot. And she moves at exactly 1 square for 2 AP while dragging. Yeah. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Yeah, that's exactly all of her movement. Makes sense. So she won't be able to peek or observe if we end here. Or, put another way, if we start by double checking what this guy's up to, we won't be able to get over there. I just have no idea what he's up to. I think it's worth, you know, losing a point of movement to double check what you're doing. It says hunting, but he's not going anywhere. He's still not going anywhere. I don't understand it. I mean, do I want to booby trap this door or not? I think I may as well. If I'm booby trapping any door, it's going to be this one. Well, it might help us exiting, actually. Because this guy's still a wild card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. He can get to, like, here. Ugh. And we won't even know that he's done it. But I can hide here. I don't know, I feel like booby trapping this guy just doesn't do anything, so I'm not going to be able to hit him again, right? And he has armor. So I think we just hide here. And I could use a hologram projector here or here. Here if I was worried about this guy lying about what he's doing. Here for other reasons. And I just don't know what I might need. I might need it next turn. I just don't believe this guy's going to come out here. I don't see why he should. I'm choosing to believe the game, even though it is reckless. The system admin heading up this way still seems fine. I want to make sure Tony has a clear route, I think. So let's just work. Oh. Yeah. We want this next turn, not now. Make sure we have room for 3 power. Now the system admin has split up a bit. He's going here. Okay. But they're both going here. One's going here, the other's going there. That's fine. They're also both tagged already, but maybe we get the search drone with this or something? I'm not sure. Okay. Man, this has been a tough mission for sure. A lot of thinking to do. So far, no disasters, except for the one where we rewound. But there could be one coming up pretty soon. Well, if so, we're just gonna have to cope with it when it happens somehow. Fuck, again?
Looking around.
Where did that guy come from?
Hey, what was that? Hey,
I should have left the door open, because then I could get to here, and no, that wouldn't be cool.
intruder.
Okay. Well,
Investigating.
International does have a medical. They got me in the exact same spot again. It's very embarrassing. Well, no, I was here last time, but okay. And a non-tagged guard was coming in here, and I just like forgot that's a thing that was happening. And now there's 5 alert guards. Well, system admin doesn't really count. Neither does the search drone, I think. There's 4 alert guards on Tony, and he's obviously gonna capitulate here. Question is just what to do about it. All right, we now know where this guy's going. If she ran, she still couldn't get in here. So, sprint toggle, I think, to here, and then go back. Why has she got so few AP? One of these guards have some special property about that? She's not dragging him, is she? Oh, she was, I see. The animation looked weird. It should have been the dragging animation, but it's like the hiding and cover animation for some reason. Something weird is happening with that guard. Anyways, we can sprint toggle to here, and then hide here, and that'll be good enough cover. Oh man, it's gonna be so hard to rescue Tony while dragging this idiot. Maybe what we can do is take advantage of the fact that he's gonna want to run back to his safe room and put a shock trap on one of the doors in the way. And that'll put him out for a bunch more turns. Okay.
Hey, investigating.
So now he'll only have peripheral vision of this area next turn, which means we can get by. Oh, what about Shade? Right. I keep forgetting we have Shade. And once again, I think it should save us from immediate disaster. Let's get the camera going first, then Shade. Yeah, they can't see him anymore. So I think I'm just gonna leave the body here. It's no longer a big deal that they,
Damn it, they got away.
that they're gonna find him because they're alert already. And I can sprint because no one's gonna hear it. Camera check? Nothing. Alright, we have a ton of power. So we're gonna have Tony break this one only. And we'll just use 8 power on this thing. That saves us a turn. Maybe, honestly, we should... No, I don't want to lock down, I don't think. I've closed so many of the doors. No, these two are open, I guess. Actually, there's very few doors left that I care about. But we're not going to be able to get out of this room immediately anyway, right? so I think let's have Tony grab this and with his EMP. Okay, so now it's really just a matter of extracting Tony, which is hard, but not the hardest thing I've ever done. Shade will help if it comes back off cooldown, and Tony has a powerful weapon that can help with one guard, and a shock trap, and an EMP even if he needs to like make noise or something. Really, I just wish more of these guys were tagged. We're gonna get the extra vision. It's not gonna be easy. I'll see what I can do.
You okay?
Well, he got noticed by 4 guards.
Investigating the area.
Alarm level 4. Warning, additional
Ooh, might that actually increase his vision?
Don't let them see you.
I should have peeked. I don't think I could have, actually. Maybe I could. I can just shift and see what... Oh, man. This is his direct vision now? Yeah, the better peripheral. Okay, that's a killer. Okay, we're just gonna have to chill out here for a bit then instead of going to help Tony. Surely someone is looking this way. Do I want to shock trap this door? Probably not. Okay, where are you guys going? I have 4 moves left to investigate with before I have to get back into cover. So I could peek and observe 3 times, or I could observe 4 times. I think I'll just observe 4 times. You? You're like trapped. You? You're coming in here. So if I hide there, I think... Even with the improved peripheral, I think I'll be okay, but I could ambush just in case. It's not a very good just in case, because someone might hear. Although you're not actually coming in, you just want to. There's too many guards in the area for you to actually do it. Okay, the search drone is also not... So no one's getting to this square, so I can just hang out here, which means I can peek. And we still don't know about this guy, sadly. Oh no, he's tagged, I see. So we're gonna be okay for a turn. Oh yeah, he can't ambush. Spooky. Probably we have a heartbreak coming up, yeah. I don't think I really need to hack anything at the moment. Oh, there's this camera that I might want? Okay. Let's heartbreak. I don't even know. Let's wait on the heartbreak until we know who Tony's gonna have to KO, I guess. Okay, I think this is the turn. Nothing much left to do. Oh, they took back the camera. That's nasty.
We're investigating the scene. Looking around.
What was that? What was that?
Did I just get... I got pinpointed again. Okay. I don't think I ever want to be pinpointed again. I really should be turning that off. I mean, pinpointing her is actually not that bad. Right? She can get into this room and it just doesn't matter. So I got away with it again. I don't need... Oh, I don't have lock pickup, I see. I don't need to hack this now. I should hack it later. Because it's not on at the moment. We just need to figure out what these guards are all doing again and try to get to someplace that's safe. You're going that way. Great. One of you is heading up there. Great. How about you? You're going there. I can hide. No problems with that. This is the search drone, I think, that I'm investigating now? You're leaving. You are not tagged, so where are you going? Also down there. I wonder why they're so excited about that space. Okay, and this guy? He's the one who's already tagged and we have him going there. That's fine. So we can just hide here. And peek. May as well ambush in case something goes wrong. Someone's trying to get here but not succeeding, right? I'm not sure who it is. Okay, so we want to get some cameras, I think. That one we want, we don't need it right now. Ah, Tony, where's this guy going? You have spare move. Didn't he get the memo about the new patrols? That's weird. He's a ghost unit. He should be changing every... And I feel like this is where he was already patrolling. Now, okay, there is someone coming back into this room. So they'll have vision of pretty much everything, but I'll be okay here. Who's going there? Green? That's this guy, I guess. I don't need this camera right now. It can't see where I'm planning to go. Just double check no one sees this door. Yep. And the guy who's coming up here, I don't know if he's tagged already, so we may as well overwatch him. Could work, one never knows. And International can extract if she's willing to leave Tony behind. I don't think she's going to be that much help to Tony, so I might do that. We'll see. I still don't want to heartbreak anybody. And I don't see any need for shade. Or lockpicking. So I guess we're done. Okay, we tagged the search room. Fine.
Looking around.
Investigating.
Okay, this has gone quite well. This turn, anyway. The mission as a whole... Oh, I should have hacked this first, I think. Ooh. That's nasty. Where International is, she's stuck. Ah, no. Some of this is the camera, and some of it is... Oh, this guy does see pretty much all of it because of his peripheral boost. So, Tony could sprint up there and KO this guy. But these guards would hear that, I assume, right? Well, I can sprint this far without committing, and then see where these guys actually are.
What was that?
Investigating.
Okay. You're here. And you're here. And that's like about it, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you would hear that. And come investigate this square. I think that would be okay, actually. I wouldn't want to shock trap the door or anything. But I could ambush this guy. Not ambush, just attack him, right? Drop his body here, and then hide here. And this guy will come in, see the body, check me out, but he'll be looking this way. And then I can get behind cover, and even with the extra peripheral vision... Well, no, actually. Well, with... He'll be able to peripherally see me leaving, but I don't know if he'll be able to directly see me leaving, and that's the big deal. Let's grab this. really don't care. Don't know what it even rebooted. Ah, nothing. It swapped with a mask that was somewhere. Because I let fake out go off. That was dangerous. It could have been something much, much worse, right? It could have been the... No, the disarm is gone. It could have been shackles. That might have been okay. I don't know. Yeah, I think we have to go get this guy.
Investigating. What was that? Investigating.
International's in a tough spot. She could just drag the guy to the exit. The guard would spot her. Yeah, maybe that's what I should have done, actually. She could get there and cover. This guy's down for several more turns, right? A few. The problem is that I want to get this guy like into the elevator and still be in a position to ambush this guy, because then I wouldn't need... I mean, Tony's already kind of like... I can't turn off his sprint at this point, right? Yeah. So... But I wouldn't necessarily need to KO this guy. Tony could ambush this fellow, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. He would hear me here. I could stand here and ambush him. And International could get this guard's attention by running through his vision. Not running, because we don't actually want your attention, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But carrying the body, right? We should be able to still get to like here, right? If I could drop the body off here and then step back here and ambush again, I think that should be okay. It might get this guy's attention because the shout from this guard, and I don't think it's that far reaching, but maybe it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 25 and 49 is 74. Square root of that is 8 and a bit, right? So I think even if their shout is range 8, which I think it might be, this guy shouldn't hear that. 8 is like the longest radius anything has in vanilla, I believe. So I think we can walk here. This guy will notice, but he won't. Drop the body off here. Come back here to ambush. But we want to, before doing that, have Tony finish his run, so he can get in here. Then we distract this guy. And you're down for 2 more turns, which is plenty. I guess I can close this door? It's already closed. Okay. I could shock trap this door, but that would knock Tony out when it gets open, so not a great plan. I can shock trap this door, I guess, to make sure they don't follow me. That's fine, I suppose.
What was that?
Okay, so we really just have this guy, right? He's not tagged, but if we observe him, we should see him coming up here. Yes. Now, International is dragging the body, right? Yes. And goes here.
Hey, investigating.
This guy heard, which is fine. Ooh, the search drone also heard about it. I didn't think about that. That could cause some trouble. Let's hack the search drone. After we move. That's really kind of important. We don't want to make any more noise than we have to up here where this guy is a problem. I think it would have been okay, but just double check. He still really cannot see this square at all.
Damn it, they got away.
We drop off the body. And we ambush. Tony's already ambushing. And by the way, depending on the order all this stuff happens, this guy might not come up here after all. He might go after Tony, and I hope he doesn't. Because of the noise that it makes when you ambush someone. Right, now that I'm done moving, I need the search drone. Don't you fake me out. Okay.
Warning, daemon installed.
And the search drone, like... Can you go pin this guy, maybe? Just hang out there? I can shut this door, but it's not really gonna matter. Who's going over there? These guys are both coming up here, I guess? Maybe? They're not tagged, so I shouldn't know about it. I have no idea who's going there. Okay. Anyway, if this guy comes to check out Tony, you know, he'll be looking the wrong direction and we can just get out. But I think it's all going to be okay. We should probably heartbreak somebody. And of the guards who are about to be KO'd, this is the one who's not yet heartbroken. We could use Shade, but it's not going to do anything this turn, and I might want it later. Who's coming here? One of these guys, I guess. Okay. We don't have you tagged, but I don't think you can get into this area fast enough to be a problem. Okay, exciting turn. Maybe Tony should have seen it. Okay, well that's one down. Alright, this...
Hey, you okay?
Oh, that went even better than I expected.
Investigating area.
Cool. Alright, we made it out, and it's not even alarm level 5. No problem at all. A little bit dicey and in some circumstances. Let's pin this guy and actually pick him up just to make sure it counts. I assume as long as he's in the elevator, it'll count, but just to be sure.
What was that? Investigating.
Phew, I was definitely nervous for that mission. I do have the target bot. I'm going to have to not have him picked up, but have him pinned instead? I have it! It's right here! He's the bounty target. Hello? Alright, I'm gonna like pause this and go ask on Discord like what the hell and see if there's something I can actually fix right now. Be right back. Alright, so I asked around in Discord, nobody answered in like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. Which, you know, fair enough, there's no SLA on this, but that was about as long as I was willing to wait. While I was waiting, I read through the mission code again. I confirmed that it really did say kill or knock out and then extract him. So it's intended that you can knock him out and then leave. And I even found a function that is like, this function will be called, or no, what? An event, right? When you leave the mission and there is the bounty target is in the elevator with you, this event is triggered. But nothing actually looks at that event, so I think I'm not actually... I think that they just forgot to finish that part. So I think I'm not going to get the objective here, but it's sort of like, I'm not going to wait and like have them update the mod and then like save and reload with the mod update. That seems like a bad idea. I think like what you're supposed to be able to do is break... What I could have done would be break in here, get a gun out of the safe, and shoot him in the head with it. Like, I think that would have been possible. But given where we are now, we're clearly not going to do that, right? There's just way too much chaos going on. I mean, Yeah, the fact that the bodyguard is coming directly in here is a big problem. If we really wanted to, maybe we could try, like, you know, getting out and coming back while someone else pinned the guy in the elevator, but that doesn't seem like it's going to happen. So, we're just going to exit, and we're not going to get the extra bounty, and I don't know. Maybe I'll find out if there's some way to edit your save file to give myself some more credits or something, but, you know, whatever. It was an interesting mission, and we got some money, but not all of it. I also found out why I was confused about the bodyguard and the bounty target, actually. Because I looked and I was sure this was the bounty target, right? But when he walked up and saw me, it turned out he was the bodyguard. And it turns out there's actually, like, a feature in this mission where some percentage of the time, the two of them are actually disguised as each other, and you only notice when you get right next to them. So that was why there was the decloaking animation as well. That was the bounty guard decloaking and becoming, like, actually the bodyguard, even though he looked like the target. And that might explain why they had weird... Yeah, I think that's also why they both came up here, because it's not actually implemented as a disguise, it's implemented as them swapping places, but looking like a disguise. So I think the bodyguard... No. The person who was here actually was the bounty target, and he was coming up here. And he entered the decloak range, and that made him actually swap places with the bodyguard. And that, you know, that's how the decloaking is implemented. And so then the bodyguard was standing here and could also see me out the corner of his eye, right? And so the bounty target still had his investigation point here because he hadn't finished getting to me, but he had been moved down to here. And then the bodyguard teleported to here and got his investigation point updated. So this now makes sense, but, you know, obviously it could use some work. I don't think that was actually supposed to happen. Okay, anyway, we're going to leave and we're going to get less credits than we could. Oh, well. And I don't know how much of this central would have been talking me through if I had not turned off the dialogue. Excuse me? Who did I kill? Maybe I did get the CEO or the... Huh. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't kill anybody. I don't have any weapons that can do that, even. So maybe I just read the code wrong and this works? I'll go back and look through it and see. Maybe I paid the cleanup cost for this guy. I could have killed a drone, but I didn't, right? There was the search drone. And I don't think I killed a pulse drone, right? That was last mission. I don't think there were 2 drones. So I don't know. Maybe I paid the 200 and I got extra credits back for it? But there's actually a thing in the mod that I read where, like, the cleanup cost for the CEO is not even supposed to apply, the bounty target. His cleanup cost is supposed to be 0. So I really can't explain how there's a 200 here. I didn't kill anybody. Oh! I wonder if someone accidentally got stuck in the power grid. Somehow. And I just didn't notice. That might explain it. That would have been another way to kill the guy, by the way, if I had known that killing him was required, even though it says it's not. Anyway, so we'll have a look, and I'll have another look and see, like, you know, is 2,200 more than you would normally get? A little bit. But some of it was because I stole a lot of credits from the guy. Anyway, that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.